Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody, welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I, myself, am Dr. Cush. We are deep in the middle of the summer of punch, closer to the beginning than we are to the end, so hopefully you guys are enjoying this. We are going to make the most famous American punch today. No, not Jungle Juice. That might be the most, okay. Second most famous American punch of all time is called the Philadelphia Fish House Punch. I agree with my very good friend who has definitely tweeted me one time, a guy named Dave Wonderich. He believes that this recipe should be protected. It should be taught in schools, and it should be mandatory that we drink it every 4th of July. And I'm just now thinking, what are we going to do for 4th of July? We're going to do this one again. We are going to be making this one. We are going back not to when we called this Rum Monday, but even further back to when we used to call Mondays Absolute Classic Mondays, although there will be rum in this one. So fret not, we're making a Philadelphia Fish House Punch including this guy right here. Now, what is this? We'll get into it in a minute. That's a little, what do you call those? Like a cliffhanger. It's a little tickle your butt with a feather. Okay, let me say hello to the people. Here's Shawnee Panda Baker, born and raised in Philadelphia. Can't understand why I've never had this one, nor can I, Shawnee. And in fact, I think if you guys don't watch it, you guys should go find Sean's Instagram. He's always making cocktails on there, killing it with these cocktails. Great pictures, tells the story. Recipes. You like recipes? Shawnee Panda Baker's got a lot of them. I think just because I know your page, you're gonna like this one. Hopefully. Here is our good friend, Amy Beer. Amy Beer is here. Do not fear. Cheer. Hello, Amy Beer. DCW Clark, a little confused. Why is there a class on Monday, not on Tuesday? Is everything, has the world shifted? Are we in some sort of different parallel dimension? No, we are not. I unfortunately had an emergency come up for tomorrow. Unable to do a Tiki Tuesday. So we will be doing a Tiki Thursday this week, and we're going to be doing an absolute classic punch going off here. That's a basic story. Let me say hello. Hey-yo to David Virtue. David Virtue is here and ready, I assume. Paul, a little bummed. A sober Monday. Paul does sober Monday. We do not. We do not practice that. But Paul does, and that is great. Look at this. Blast from the past. We got Marky Sanchez here. Hi, all, to Marky Sanchez. Very excited to have you, pal. Always a pleasure, my friend. Never a chore. Dougie G. Surprise, it's a Rum Monday. Technically, there is rum, so we should be good here. We got Davey Big Time Smart. I was told by my producer that I did not see Davey Big Time the last time we were all in here, so I am definitely saying hello to Davey Big Time. Cheers to you, Davey Big Time. Smart with 2 R's. It's a smart way to smell smart. And Paul is saying teaser. What was I saying? I was saying cliffhanger. It's a teaser. It's a little teaser for you. Guys, I don't know if you know this. America has been through some things. We used to be, but not America. This is a crazy story. I don't know if you guys have ever heard this story. Basically, we were owned by this whole other country for a while. A country called Britain. They're a kingdom of like 4 or 5 different countries. They're a united kingdom over there. Anyway, they used to own us. Well, whilst we were being owned way back in the day, people living here said, I don't like this. In fact, I don't like this even a little bit. And what they would do is a lot of them would get together and they would meet in these little clubs. Sometimes they would call them fishing clubs. Sometimes they would call them hunting clubs. Sometimes they would call them, just 2 dudes kissing under a tree. They would do all kinds of little clubs that they would have. And one of them was a club called the Schuylkill. It's Schuylkill Fishing Club, or it had a longer name, but regardless of that, it was the Schuylkill Fishing Club. And these guys would sit around and talk revolutionary thoughts. And it's tough to have all that revolutionary talk unless you're going to follow it up with a revolutionary drink. And that's what they did. In this Philadelphia club, they created an amazing beverage, an amazing punch. Well before the cocktail was invented, they invented this punch. They have this great recipe for it, pretty basic punch, until you realize how very delicious all of these things are that go into it. And it does follow a punch recipe for the most part. And it does have something fun that we're going to get into today, which is this guy. This right here is called, let me get back here. This right here is called Oleo Sacrum. Oleo Sacrum. Now, how come it's in a bag? That's how I make Oleo Sacrum. A lot of people will tell you how to make Oleo Sacrum in a different way. I will show you how to make mine as we, you know what, why don't we start with that? Is that enough history for you guys? We'll get into the whole, I mean, we could get into the whole history. There's a whole situation about ducks. You have to float the ducks in the pond or else it doesn't count. We're not going to get too deep into that. Oleo Sacrum, as we are about to make it, we can't use it. It takes about 30, 40 minutes to really get your Oleo Sacrum all sacrumed up. So I'm just going to show you how to do it with a smaller batch and then explain to you exactly what I did with this. But Oleo Sacrum translates into, I assume that's Latin, into sugar oil. Sugar oil. Oleo sounds like oil. Sacrum sounds like sugar. Sugar oil. Very, very simple to make, but does have about 1,000 techniques. And I myself have a technique that I really like to do this. I don't see a ton of people using my technique, so let me impart this on to you. We are going to make our Oleo Sacrum. The Oleo Sacrum, the oleo, the oil that we're getting is going to come from one of these guys. This is a lemon. Nothing real special about this lemon. Just bought today. Did not grow on a tree or anything. We just bought this guy today. On the outside of this lemon is a peel, and inside of these little pores on this peel live a lot of oil. And we have to find a way to get that out. Now, of course, we could go through and just express it all out. Not going to do that, though. There's a better way. And the better way to do it is to get the sugar to spelunk. That's a cave diving term. Keep up. This is intellectual spinach. We're going to get that sugar to go into spelunk, if you will, into the pores and pull out all that delicious oil, thus creating a sugary oil. It's great. How do we get that sugar in there? Let me show you. So we're going to start here, first of all, by definitely peeling. Schuylkill is a close pronunciation. Okay. I thought it was like the Skylar. To be honest, I've only ever read it. Let me just do the introduction all the way back from the beginning. This is the Philadelphia Fish House Punch. It was created at a place called the Schuylkill. It was created at a place called the Schuylkill Fishing Club. Something like that. I don't care about the history today. It's fine. It's guys, it's the Schuylkill place. What I'm more interested in this technique, but I do appreciate it, Shawnee P. I love to learn, but I got too much. It's intellectual spinach everywhere. So we're going to go ahead and take one of these guys. Now, obviously, there's different ways to get peels off of lemons, but we do not want any of the white part. We only want that good yellow part. So we're going to take one of these guys. This is like a potato peeler. And we are going to move this. Now, when you use the potato peeler, it is important. Hold it strong here. Hold it strong here, like this, and only move the fruit. Don't pull here. If you pull here, you're going to fly off, and the first finger that's going to go is this little guy right here. And then, how will you flip people off? It can be very difficult. We're going to go ahead right here, and we are just going to nice and easy peel this off. Now, you see, this is what we're looking for. That's why we don't do this with a knife. We have very little white on either side of them. That, my friends, is ideal. Go ahead and pull the fruit. Keep the pith. We're peeling the pith out of this thing. Get right down here. This is the most dangerous tool that bartenders own. As we cut more and more of this becomes slippery with all those good oils. And suddenly we can slice a finger right off of our hands. All right, we got about this much. This is one lemon's worth. So we have one little bag here. This is a food saver bag. You guys know food saver bags that you pump them in there and then they run. I don't know why I'm doing the impression. We're about to use our food saver. Now this is what we want to do. We want to really spread this guy out. Spread these out. We don't want them all bunched in one place. Nice and spread out so that they look kind of like this right there. And then if we're adding 1 lemon, then we're adding 1/4 cup of sugar. That's a pretty good way to do it. So 4 lemons right here. 4 lemons is going to be 4 cups of sugar. Or sorry, 4 cups. Shut up. 4 lemons is going to be 1 cup of sugar. We're doing 1 cup. We're doing 1/4 cup. Oh my God. 4 lemons, 1 cup. Stop it. From there, just stop it. We're just going to pour this guy right in here. Right there. And then we're really, is this out of focus? Let's win our awards real quick. Let's just see if we can't get that. Oh, not that. Let's see if we can't get that really good into focus. I guess that's as good as we're going to get. We're really going to sort of spread this about. Nice and squeezy. This is put a little too much sugar in here, but that's all right. This is just for the demonstration. Really just sort of shake these about until all the sugar, pour a little bit out of this. I didn't measure the sugar. I just took a guess at what 1/4 cup looks like. Back and forth until all that's covered. Then, and only then, do we reach over and grab our food saver. It's a NutriChef. Bing bong. It's a NutriChef food saver. I do not have a deal with NutriChef. I think it was the cheap one, and that's why we own it. Okay, let's plug in our food saver here. And then, any chance we're going to get a good view of that? Probably not. We're going to go ahead and put this right into here. Make sure your lemons are all spread out. Nothing piled on top of each other. Put that in here. Close up your food saver. And because we bought the cheap one, we got to press down the whole time. So really nice and press. And then we're going to put vacuum seal. There we go. See that vacuum seal going in there? That's the idea. And then eventually, all of that, it'll seal. There we go. It's very good to seal. And then eventually, all of this sugar, because we have sucked the air out, the sugar will have nowhere to go, but inside of the lemon to then become a liquidy sugar situation. And then you are left, after a while, with this. There's no liquid in here. I didn't put any like water in here. This is all just lemon sugar. Are we okay with this? Seems like a lot of work. It is kind of a lot of work, but this stuff will stay around for a while. And you should be good with, let's unplug that and move it out. Otherwise I can't reach all the pedals. Anyway, so now we have our oleo sacrum right here. After a while, this bag will loosen up. Right now, it's very hard. After a while, becomes less hard. It becomes like squishier because of all that oil that comes right out of there. That's what we're looking for. Very good. Jeffrey Morgenthaler uses a cheese slicer, claims it is safer. Can you just use the airtight bags? Can you use the airtight bags? I suppose. As long as it's airtight. Really, all you're trying to do is get that sugar into the lemon as best you freaking can. That's the idea. That's what we're looking for. Okay, this is looking really good. So this is 4 lemons, 1 cup. Sounds like a video we shouldn't be watching. We're going to go ahead and, let's move this. We're just going to go ahead and slice this guy open here. Now that we have all of this ready to go. And we are going to start a mix. The mix that we're going to do is going to be iced tea and this stuff. We're going to need a little bit wider opening here. It's just going to be an iced tea. Find an iced tea that you like. Normally, a nice black tea would be the way to go. But we have all of this in here. And we're looking for about 3 cups of iced tea. I just happen to have that ready to go. We're going to pour this in to our bag, being very, very careful. I can hear Kyle yelling, be very, very careful. I will. Very, very careful to just pour it into the bag. What this is doing is it is going to start to make that iced tea very lemony and very, very sweet. And then we can start to add that into our drink. So give that a nice shake. Give that a little stir. After this, I promise this recipe is much easier. You're supposed to make this in huge batches. We're doing a single batch today, but usually this would be, this, we make this and you make enough for 1,000 people. We're only doing 1 today. So we'll be able to save a lot of this good oleosaccharum tea stuff. There we go. Get all that sugar out from the side. Maybe we'll go here. Oh, that's way better. Sometimes we don't have to do that close angle. Really get in here, really sort of mixing that around. Looking real good. Tastes freaking delicious. And then we are going to pour this into a glass. And if you're extra diligent, obviously you can do a couple pours. There's a little sugar left in here. We'll do 1 more small pour just to get as much of this out as we can. We really want all that flavor. So if we can get all of it out, that would be a really good situation. Just get all that sugar coming out. And there we go. What other live show is making live oleosaccharum? Usually a fish house punch is only meant as a large platform punch, and it's served at very hipster bars that pre-batch a lot of stuff. So that's what we're going for. Give this a big shake, or big stir. And then we have our iced tea and our sugar and lemon all ready to go in that little guy. And then we just build the rest of the drink. Yeah, look away, Kyle. Iced tea, that reminds me, time to prep for summertime bourbon slushies. Yes, I'm glad I could help. You do that, Dougie G. We'll be over here making this one. You can make this a slushie if you want. Just saying. Oh, here we go. Normally, you wouldn't shake this punch. Normally, you would just put this punch on ice. But we are going to shake it since we're more doing a sling, a single serving of a punch. We're doing a sling. So we have our homemade, this stuff right here. This is our homemade lemon oleosaccharum iced tea. We're going to be putting in 2 ounces of homemade lemon oleosaccharum iced tea. There we go. The reason we're putting in 2 ounces, that seems like a lot, but it is 2 different ingredients. It is our tea, which in the world of punch is going to be our little spice to make it all nice. It's also our sweet, and turns out it's also our sour, even though we are going to be adding just a little bit more sour here in the middle. Now, hold on, everybody. We're talking a lot. We're talking very fast, trying to get away with something. You can make this drink with just about any liquor you want. Maybe don't do tequila. I don't care if you do, but maybe don't. And maybe don't do vodka. That's fine. You want to do vodka and tequila, I guess it doesn't really matter. Really what we're looking for is something that has some age in it, or something that has the ability to be aged. So if you're doing a tequila, maybe don't do a Blanco tequila. Maybe do a Repo, or even better, an Añejo. You don't really age vodka, so that's not what we're looking for. We're going to be doing ours. You know what? We're going to be doing ours the traditional way. I wasn't going to, but then we'll just get rid of this bottle. We're going to start over here with this guy. This is called E&J. E&J is a brandy. The originators of this would have used a cognac, which in the end is just a very French brandy. So we're going to go ahead and put in 1 ounce of a brandy. Spill that all over the place. Just if you can. I'm already feeling underwhelmed by the amount of towels I have in here. And then I spilled it. Kyle, if you get a chance, you're just walking around the bar. Can you throw me a towel? I've spilled everything. Thank you. Next, we need to add in some rum. We need the rum. The rum we're going to be using today is going to be Myers Jamaican. Specifically because we want a Jamaican rum. Thank you very much. Jeez Louise, that came high, came fast. Kyle is out there practicing. I think he's joining a softball league this year. I don't know what's going on. We want to get a little bit of our delicious Jamaican rum going in here. We'll be using Myers. Any Jamaican rum in this thing will do. In the end, this thing really kind of exists as a base to put whatever you'd like in here. Find your favorite liquors, throw those in here. We want to do 1 ounce of a Jamaican rum. Let me say hello. There's a couple people showing up. Have I said hello to Tiki Tom yet? Hello, Tiki Tom. Good to see you. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. All these days just blend together. Let me say hello to our resident gator. That's the UF Mark. Cheers, cheers, cheers. And Lulu says hello to everybody. She is not here, but she's saying hello. I will take it. We will absolutely take it. All right. Now, a little bit more goes in here. I told you we would be putting in more, a little bit more sour, and that is true. We want to put in the juice of about half a lemon. Again, we are making this. Usually you put in the amount of juice as the lemons that you peeled. It usually works out that way. But because we have all this extra stuff left over, I don't know how many lemons I peeled. So we're going to really do this one to taste. Probably about the juice of half a lemon. That should work for a single format of this. But I don't know what your lemons taste like. I've never squeezed your lemons, so I don't know what your lemon squeezability is like. So put it in, taste it, put in less than you think, and then taste it and see how much more you need to add. So we're going to be putting in half an ounce of lemon. We're going to be putting in half a lemon of lemon. Remembering that we already have a lot of lemon flavor in that oleo saccharin. And then really the only thing that distinguishes this from a lot of other punches is this last ingredient. It's a very simple, easy last ingredient. I will show you the bottle that I have. This is the Drillard Peach. This is the one I use right here. If you notice that there's some missing, the only reason anything is missing from this bottle ever is because this is the bottle that I use to make Philadelphia Fish House punches. All of this, let's go from here. All of this right here, all of everything that's missing here, that has all gone to the Philadelphia Fish House punch god. I don't really use this for anything else. We don't make a lot of fuzzy navels here at the bar, or slippery nipples, or Long John Silvers, or panty draw. We just don't make a lot of those drinks, so we try and keep away. We don't need much. You don't need much. You're looking for a short half ounce of some peach liqueur, peach brandy, something that's really peachy. You're looking for a short half ounce. And that, my friends, really is it. I mean, other than all that time making the oleosaccharum iced tea, there isn't a lot going into this. Ooh, fun. Dougie G is going to post, guys, just in case you needed 2 recipes today. Dougie G is going to post the bourbon slushy in the after hours. If you're not part of the after hours, pop on over to the after hours. Dr. Cush's exotic after hours. Sorry, it's called Dr. Cush's After Hours over on Facebook. Tiki Tom is admitting that the fuzzy navel is his guilty pleasure. That's big of you to admit. The Cosmopolitan is mine. I love a Cosmo. I really, really love a Cosmo. So, Tiki Tom, just because you and I are big, burly, strong, and emotionless doesn't mean that we can't love drinks like the pink Cosmopolitan or the fuzzy navel. I admire you for admitting that. Well done, Tiki Tom. Gold star. I don't know how to get that gold star to you, but one day we will. Okay, we're going to shake this one. You drink what you like, and you'll always like what you drink. Bunch of ice. Bunches and bunches and oodles of ice. Give this one a big shake. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Do this fun little move. There we go. The Exotic After Hours is an entirely different show. Yes, the Exotic After Hours is a weird place to be. Gin and tonic is my guilty pleasure. DCW, like that's not a guilty pleasure. I'm not allowing you to have that as your guilty pleasure. That is a normal pleasure. I want to hear more about alien, the alien dissection is your guilty pleasure, or I want to hear about the mudslide. Is a mudslide? Anybody have a guilty pleasure? Is a mudslide? When they really need a drink, they grab their blender, they go into a closet, they play some loud music, and they mix up a little milkshake with booze in it. Is that anybody's guilty pleasure? Yeah, Debbie, you're great. DC Debbie Clark, winner of the 2023 Kentucky Derby. I will not allow you to have the gin and tonic as a guilty pleasure. She's Shawnee Pennebaker, the treacle. It's a little better. It's a little better. Think harder next time, DC Debbie Clark. Need a real guilty pleasure from you. Gin and tonic, that's like a real cocktail. Not like the Cosmopolitan. Go ahead and pour this right in. I'm king of the wash line, baby. King of the wash line. See, there we go. Amy Beer loves a mudslide. Yeah, loving a mudslide. Having that as your guilty pleasure, I will accept that. That is a tough one to come back from, the mudslide. If your guilty pleasure is 2 mudslides, oof, you could be in some trouble. As long as your guilty pleasure is 1 mudslide, I think you should be okay. All right, we're gonna throw in a straw now. Okay, there we go. DCW Clark, mudslide. Okay, I'm going to give you mudslide as well, DCW Clark. Maybe we'll do a mudslide soon. Not a punch, so we're going to have to wait till summer's over. This right here is the Philadelphia Fish House Punch. If you want, you can garnish it. The boys of the Schuylkill, am I saying that right, Johnny P? The Schuylkill, let me just say the name of it at least once, and then I can put the rest of it in. I have it in my notes. It is called the Schuylkill Fishing Company of Pennsylvania. The Schuylkill Fishing Company of Pennsylvania. That's the name of the club. It's not called just the Schuylkill boys and their fishes. It is called the Schuylkill Fishing Company of Pennsylvania. Their members, this is a fun thing I learned, their members are called citizens. You are a citizen of the Schuylkill Fishing Company of Pennsylvania. If you're a member, you're a citizen. There we go. Thank you, Shawnee P. I said it right. Love it. Okay. The Schuylkill. Schuylkill. This is it. This is the most famous punch in America. I would have to say it's one of the oldest ones. Comes from the 1700s. This predates the cocktail by many, many years. This is a wonderful drink. I highly recommend if you are ever having a party, follow those basic steps, right? It's all pretty much equal. It's going to be 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce of tea, and then 1 ounce of um, that oleo saccharum. Add a little water to that. You're going to add water throughout the thing, but add a little water to that to get all that sugar out, and then dump that whole thing in, and then a 1/4 ounce or maybe like a 1/2 ounce of the peach brandy, and you can build that one up. So instead of ounces, let's say cup. Instead of cup, let's say boot. Instead of boot, let's say like a Toyota Corolla worth. Maybe swimming pools. Maybe you do full swimming pools of this. It'll get drunk. Don't worry. It'll get drunk. Cheers to all of you. Ah! Makes me want to be one of those little birds that drinks. It's very delicious. It's very, very delicious. Couple factors. Always factors. Always a little but at the end of the show. The tea matters. I am currently using a chai tea with a little black tea into it. We didn't have just plain black tea apparently at the bar. So we're using a little chai tea. Gives a little spice. Obviously, you like a little spice. You like a little flair in your life. A little chai coming down to your town. That's all good. But find a tea that you like. Find the liquor, find the booze that you like, something that has a little age to it, maybe a brandy, maybe a whiskey would be pretty good. You can switch out the dark rum that we use from Jamaica for a white rum from Jamaica. If you want to use like Ray and Nephew, that'd be really good in here. Find something that's got a little funk to it. Again, I would just avoid, if you can, using the gins, the tequilas, and the vodkas. They're not going to stand up to this drink, and they're just going to make everything sort of taste boozy as opposed to adding those flavors to it. So that's my recommendation, but I am not a member of I'm not a citizen of the Schuylkill Fishing Company of Pennsylvania, so I really have no say in this. I make this the way I like it, you make it the way you like it, and we will drink together. Whew, that's what I got for you guys. Let me just let me win my awards real quick. There we go. Right there. We are not here tomorrow. The reason we're here today is because we're not here tomorrow. I always hate missing Tiki Tuesday, but unfortunately, that is a very in-demand day for my time. One day, maybe not. One day, hopefully not. One day, hopefully, we can all just sit around every Tuesday and drink tiki drinks and listen to whatever music Debbie's playing. DC Debbie Clark seems to have the best music taste of all of us. Can we all just agree? We'll listen to whatever Debbie's playing. We'll drink tiki drinks. But tomorrow I can't make it. We will be back here on Thursday. So come hang out on Thursday. And then I'm thinking we might as well start. I think we might clarify a milk punch this Saturday. So hopefully that's interesting to you guys. We are doing the Summer of Punches until I finally speak at the San Diego Tiki Oasis. I have my meeting. I finally got my meeting set up with them. So I will have my meeting and I'll be able to tell you guys everything. My goal is to be able to live stream it. I really think that will be fun. I don't know if they want that. I don't know if they're saying, why would we live stream it if we can? Why would we? People are paying for this. Why would we live stream it? But maybe they'll like that. I don't know. But we're gonna figure out a way. If we don't, then we'll probably tape it, and I will tell you guys about it later. Anyway, we're doing punches until after I've spoken at that, and I will be speaking at that on August 4th in San Diego. So if you get a chance to come down to the Tiki Oasis, make sure that you sign up for Dr. Cush's exotic punch seminar there. As always, yes, DC Debbie Clark does love her music. I also love DC Debbie Clark's music. She has never thrown out one that I'm like, ooh. She's never been like, am I going to offend everybody if I say a person right here? I'm just going to try. She's never said like, there I was listening to my Rammstein, Anybody super Rammstein fans? There I was listening to my Rammstein, and then Dr. Kush's Exotic came off, so I had to turn that down and take out all my eyeliner and stop burning that goat. She always has cool music tastes, so thank you, DC, for bringing that to us. Anyway, that's what I got for you. We'll be back here on Thursday to continue our Summer of Punch, the Love Punch, the Summer of Love Punch, and we will hang out then. As always, what do we always say? We always say,
today's secret word is love.
I don't say that often. I say it sometimes, but more often I say,
how are you today?
And then sometimes I say,
goodbye.
Goodbye. I love this. I know the soundboard's stupid. I like it, so we're going to keep it. Bye-bye.
That's all I am. Just a regular human bartender. This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
I'm gonna drink a lot of beer and stay out all night.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Have a drink with that.
It's a floater! It's a floater!
Wow. I know. Wow.
Okay.